to another of our special Father's Day series, Shelter with a Purpose. For this episode, we will focus on Glenford Fearon, a farmer in the rural community of Rose Hill in Summerfield, Clarendon. Each year, when the hurricane season approaches, Glenford begins to worry. He was worried because the over 40-year-old structure and roof of the house he inherited from his deceased mother and now occupies with his wife Yvonne and twin boys was not only falling apart, but it could wash away at any time with occupants during a storm. In addition to the house falling apart, up to this week, the family was still using a pit toilet and an old-fashioned outside kitchen. Given that their house is on the main road, they have also hitched some fences together to hide themselves from persons passing when they want to take a shower. When the team met up with the family, Yvonne was stretching one small packet of a chocolate mix to make tea with milk for herself and the men in her family.
It's going down now. You see the on the floor here to cry? This father four drop the hoods them on and it bottom mash them rotten out.
This is one we have PC now. There are then two up there, so we have BD now.
When Diaspora member Junior Douglas, the proprietor for Dees Imports in the United Kingdom, heard of this case, he decided to donate the funds needed to build the house in time for Father's Day.
I born in England, right? My parents are from Clarendon. My parents are part of the Windrush generation. They came up in the 50s, so that their children, my brother and sister who were both born in Jamaica, and myself who were born here, could get a chance of good education, which we got. And but we're growing up, we had a strong Jamaican upbringing, even though you're born in England. The business that I'm involved with is importing and distributing food in the UK from the Caribbean. Our major imports, Ake, Callaloo. We bring in syrup from Jamaica. So I just feel when you're in a position to help, you should help. Senator Douglas O'Rain mentioned to me a few years ago about Food for the Poor program as being something where you can see that the money you spent directly affects the people who you wanted to help, as opposed to a lot of these organizations that take your money and organize fancy do's and dinners and only pretend to trickle down to the people that need it.
I feel happy for my father to get the house, you know, because this one I pulled down for me, and I'm grateful for the house as well.
I'm glad for it. Let me say joy, joy in my soul, man. I'm happy for it. Sometimes I consider if a good storm come, my house brought down for me, if I'm not strong. Food. So I'm glad to see when I get it, I'm not afraid again when if storm come. You understand? I'm glad for it, man.
I feel so proud and boasty about it that I don't know how to tell you folks thanks. Thanks and thanks again. A million times, and Father, bless these people that they might put through their job continually to make folks like me can survive and have something to say thanks about in this world and in this life.
Thank you for making this Father's Day gift a reality, Mr. Douglas and Dees Imports Limited.
Hi, we at Food for the Poor need your help, your donations to be able to construct houses like these. In order for our mission to be maintained, we can't do this without your donation. As little as 1,000 Jamaican dollars, as little as 500 Jamaican dollars can change the life of a family. Donate today at Food for the Poor. Join our grand donation team. Just $1,000 can make an impact. Join us today at foodforthepoorja.org.